I want to introduce Rebecca. She has been a massage client of mine for many years now for her TMJ pain. And Rebecca was gracious enough to share part of her TMJ journey with all of you. So before Rebecca, we started working together, how did your jaw and face feel?
Oh man, I had so much pain. I could not open my jaw wide at all. It was like barely there without feeling pain. I couldn't eat hard foods without hurting. I couldn't eat chips, which I loved. There was just a big limit on my life. I just always had jaw pain, so it was miserable.
Yeah,
Trying to find different places to help, and I found Katie. So
thanks. And so you mentioned some limitations with eating. I remember on our intake, one of my favorite sort of memories of that is you said you couldn't eat any more than 2 nacho chips, which I got a little teary eyed here in Texas, which will stay at the end. That did improve. Um, and that you had some, those were some of your goals that you shared with me. It's like, I want to eat. And were you tired talking, especially for work and with your family?
yeah, and I guess I just didn't realize it then, but I talked fast. I talk very fast, and sometimes I would stumble over my words. I mean, we all do, but when I get excited, I was just rambling on and on and on, and sometimes it would be hard to get what I wanted to say out. I was tired a lot. Like 3 years ago today, or actually almost three and a half, I just remember so like I just felt like I need more sleep, but I got 8 hours of sleep. So I didn't know.
Yeah. Let me summarize for everybody your long journey and what other professionals I brought on board to help you out. I recognized that you had an airway, tongue, and oral problems. So I directed you to a myofunctional therapist first, and she got to be your airway coach. And she helped you address your low tongue posture, tongue thrust, lip seal, and mouth breathing. That was quite a bit. Then you got a frenectomy, which is, for those who don't know, for a tongue tie. You also had an open bite from the tongue thrust. So I sent you to a great dentist to work with and get help with Invisalign, which really was a great pair for you and pretty non-invasive. So that worked well since we had the tongue right. But you weren't done there. You added in some chiropractic work for upper cervicals, for those little pieces that I couldn't get tidied up. And they did a little bit of jaw work as well. And you realized how important sleep was. So you went and got a sleep study and an APAP machine, which you are loving. And I'm so glad you used that. How does it feel sleeping and going about your days of energy now?
It's just completely different. Like I started using the APAP machine in October of 2018. So that's almost 2 years ago, I guess over one and a half. And it's just made a huge difference. I don't even, yeah. My days, I have more energy. Even though I telework now because of COVID, I still have energy. Like I'm a social person, but I have to get up, I have to move. Before it was a struggle. I felt fatigued a lot, like all the time. So just much improvement. The APAP machine, when I don't wear it, I feel the difference. I'm like, oh, I only wore it 3 hours. Well, I wanted to wear that all 8, and I'm more tired that day. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a big change for sure, and much helpful. So, but yeah.
So after our TMJ focused massage sessions, after each one of those, could you explain how your jaw and face would feel? Like, how would you walk away from that session?
The pain would be reduced. It took a while for us to get to a place where I did not have any pain, which thankfully now I am. But after you worked on me and you would do your intraoral massage where you would go inside my mouth, and work on my masseter muscles and everything there, my pterygoids. It was relief. I would go in sometimes at a 7, 8 out of 10 pain level, and I would come out after one session at like a 5, 6. And it slowly, just progressively over the 3 years that I've been with you, got better and better. So just amazing. Yeah, amazing difference that I could see right away. And it would
Good.
last for a while.
Yeah, and it was able to, I always saw that with you and a lot of my other clients, to support the work that you were working with your airway coach, your myofunctional therapist, of, oh, let's loosen up these soft tissues. Now you can get your tongue in the right place because it was just too tight. You just couldn't get your tongue there. So we needed both sides, and you needed all these other professionals to play in with that. To build on it. And you were amazing with all of your listening to my, here's what you have to do at home. I need you to do these type of massage and these habit changes. And you were fantastic with those.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I honestly, like every night in the shower or bath, because that's the time I can remember to do it and my hands are clean, I do the intraoral massages you taught me. Like I'm massaging my master every day. And another thing that you taught me, which, because I had gotten headaches over the last year with COVID, which weren't a normal thing I experienced with my jaw pain. But now one thing that does help me is that the tongue scraping, where I go in underneath my tongue and kind of just massage lightly, and I can feel my tension headache just kind of dissolve.
Ooh, that's fun.
Those are immediate. The massaging the SCM, what you taught me here, these and this muscle here and holding it, that gives me immediate relief when I feel it here too. And so those are tools that I use almost daily to help with like pain in my jaw and headaches as well. So I can now eat nuts, eat popcorn, eat chips, and know what to do afterwards to just feel that instant relief. And it's just amazing. You really taught me so much. You really cared. And that's one thing I loved, because you weren't just there to massage me and then get to someone else. You really tried to figure out how you could help me. And it just made a huge difference in my life, because honestly, my chiropractor did not do that. She's like, no, you shouldn't do this, this, and this. And even though they have their place for certain things, which did help, you really did make a difference in giving me and introducing me to Tracy. Oh my gosh, my myofunctional therapist, and then who introduced me to, other professionals. And the tongue tie was pivotal for me as well. So if you need a tongue tie release surgery, a frenectomy, that, oh my gosh, it helps so much.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things came together, like you said, for me.
Yeah. And it's not the more and more I learn about airway, it's not just one thing, and it's a matter of working as a team. And so it's really nice to hear that from your standpoint. And I've been working at identifying that and directing you. And so thank you for trusting me with that part.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've gotten the stamina to eat more than those 2 nachos. And I believe you're going to be a loaded nacho plate. And I was so excited when that day came a few years ago. But tell me where your current level of jaw pain or headaches is. It also sounds like you get to control those a lot faster when they do pop up.
Yeah, honestly, I don't have daily jaw pain anymore. It's only aggravated, really. I can tell if I'm stressed, and also if I'm eating hard foods like chips or nuts and stuff. But I can now know what to do and to prep myself and then to prepare afterwards, and make sure I'm eating slow and correctly with my tongue posture and everything.
Yes.
And regular posture. You helped me a lot with that. It all ties together. So yeah, honestly, none. And then minor headaches when I'm stressed, but now I know how to address those as well.
And I think also that popping and clicking went down for you in your jaw as well, and that ability to open straight, and also the strike of the teeth improving. And another little thing that Rebecca has is that one of the condyles of the mandible is a little bit smaller. So way back in the days, they were wanting to take her in and give her a jaw surgery, or just say, you can wait, we'll give you a jaw surgery later. So sounds like she's going to still wait on that because her pain is manageable, because she figured it out that it was a lot of different pieces, and it wasn't just the condyle that was giving this, but so many other things, and things that you could keep controlling. And that's why for many of my clients, and like Rebecca, it's a constant maintenance. And I think you're at the point though that I see you less and less, because you can do so much at home and you figured out what to do when. And sometimes I just have to remind you, you know what tongue exercises to do, or else I'm going to send you back to Tracy.
Right. Exactly. Oh, wait, now I have to do that. And now I have to gargle at night. I have to do these things. I have to remind myself.
But
Because when
it
you start to
works.
feel better, it's like, oh, wait, what did I do before? Okay, let me come back to that.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we work that system together. Rebecca, thank you so much for being my client and trusting me with all of this and let me be part of your pain management team.
You're welcome. Thank you. I can't say enough how much you made a difference in my life. So thank you too.
You're welcome.